There I am. Yeah, I am Charlie Simons. This is Do Not Talk. Hello, my friend. Welcome to the Big Old Bad Old Broadcast, where we do talk about the two things you're never supposed to talk about, religion and politics. One decides what life is going to be like here on Earth. The other one decides what it's going to be like when we leave it. Kind of important. Even more important than frickin' Taylor Swift. Yes, more important than Taylor Swift. My guest today has been through the ringer with the courts. What? You have President Donald Trump on today, Charlie? Sure. Go ahead and tell everybody that. No, his name is Harrison Tinsley, and he's been on the show before. And I've met him when he showed up to argue against and to stand up against one of those many long line of wicked bills that California politicians have been parading through and berating and pushing through and turning into law that's going against parents to have any kind of say in the decision on what or capability of even standing up for their own children and say, no, you're not going to do this to my kid. Oh, yes, we are. That's what Harrison's been standing up against. People like this piece of crap.
Children, is that correct?
Yes.
What ages are they?
18, 16, and 13.
And would you find it appropriate if they brought this book home where we're talking about dirty magazines and pornography in a K-5 environment?
I think it would open up a conversation that we would have.
So you think the book is appropriate in a K-5 environment, even though it's referencing pornography and dirty magazines?
I think in my, what I voted for was that it would be for the 3 to 5 age group.
Which would be what ages?
So that would be 8 to 10, 12.
So you think an 8-year-old would be appropriate to be reading about pornography and dirty magazines from school?
Yes.
I believe you two have children,
Did
is
you
that
hear
correct?
that?
Yes.
What age?
Did you hear that? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. They know what's in these books that they're putting in libraries. They know what they're teaching our children, your children. They know. They fully know. They're doing the devil's work just as quickly as possible, for his time is short. They're sexualizing children. They're implanting ideas into their young, very impressionable minds that it's all okay. They're sexualizing children. These are pedophiles. That guy is the assistant principal in Gainesville, Florida, of a school district there. His name is Garrett Jones. In Florida. Supposed to be a red state. That's the battle. That's what's going on for the minds and hearts of children. I want you to meet Harrison Tinsley. Listen to his story and what he's been going through with his own son. And last time we talked, the news was not all that good, and it wasn't looking good for him. Hopefully we have better news now. We'll find out next together on Do Not Talk. Hit it.
Yep, here he comes. Riding his trusted steed through the Sierra foothills as he brings you the news. He calls himself
Hey! What you doing, Charlie?
Sorry, Charlie.
Hi, Charlie. There you are. Look how cute you are. Yeah.
Hey, Charlie. What's with the dark glasses?
And now, here he is, a man of God, living in a world of Disney.
Ow, Charlie.
Charlie Simons.
Charlie bit me.
What the heck? It's all glitchy. Everything's all glitchy. Oh, I'm sorry, Harrison. We got ourselves a little storm here in Northern California. And you know how it is whenever we have rain and everybody freaks out. A little bit of wind and suddenly all the networks go down. How are you, buddy boy?
Doing wonderful. I'm in Tahoe right now. So
How
I
you
see
doing?
the storm. Doing wonderful.
Oh,
That video is insane, though.
you're if you're lucky, you'll get snowed in then.
Yep.
but it's causing my signal here to be all glitchy and everything. So my apologies for that. If I suddenly freeze up or you can't hear me or anything like that, it's because of that. But Tahoe, good. So let's get everybody caught up on Do Not Talk, and we're live at 12:05, as I'm calling it now, every Monday through Friday, going live on all the different social media platforms. Harrison was on the big show at rumble.com/do not talk. First time I met him was at the Capitol building in Sacramento when you were there. Do you remember the bill that you were there representing and standing up against?
AB 957 and SB 223, I believe.
Remind people what those were.
It was that 223 was basically a way for them to keep secrets from parents and change kids' names, and parents wouldn't have access to it. And then 957 was, of course, in family court telling judges to give custody to the parent who affirms a fake gender. And thankfully, thank God, Gavin Newsom vetoed that.
Vetoed that one. That one. But there are so many
Just
others
that
he
one,
signed
but-
into law this past January 1st.
Absolutely. But it
And
still a
people are
miracle
just
that
now
he
waking up.
vetoed that.
And their attack on gun owners too has been
Oh, yeah.
blatant. And people are finally starting to wake up to, oh shoot, how come the media didn't tell us about it? Because the media is complicit. They want all this to happen. They're full on board with their little Star Trek utopia.
I
They
mean,
love all
I
this.
just saw the newest Tucker Carlson interview on X, and he interviewed someone from the deep state, and according to him, that they're all intertwined with all the media.
Absolutely. So catch us up on what happened. First of all, your son's name, and if you anybody who didn't see the first show I had you on, get us caught up on what your situation is and was.
So my son's name is Sawyer. He's a boy. He's 4 years old. He's amazing. I have half custody of him, and essentially it all started, 5 years ago now. And I was dating a girl in the Bay Area, and we never agreed politically. And essentially, she got pregnant shortly into our relationship. She ended up keeping my son from me, even though I was aware of him, while we were together, while she was pregnant, part of it. And so I filed in court 2 months after he was born. I only found out that when he was born because of social media. And then filed in court 2 months later. It took 13 more months just to meet him. So I met him finally when he was 15 months old, in spite of knowing about him the entire time and trying to see him, which is a shame and a travesty. And essentially from there, I visited with him, and then I moved back to the Bay Area, one half custody of him immediately, which I'm very thankful for. And around that time, his mom started to pretend he was non-binary, call him they, and sometimes put dresses on him and things. And his mom was arrested for some things that had to do with him, and she was constantly defaming me, harassing me. I got a restraining order on her, and all these things happened, and I presented it to court, and I got a trial for it. It ended up being 5 days, which is a very long time. I felt really good about it. There's police officers and witnesses and me and all these things, evidence. But the court decided that they were going to keep custody 50-50 in spite of all of that, and that my son had to continue to see the same doctor, who's the doctor that the mom prefers, which is a doctor that testified in this trial, saying that it's okay to treat kids non-binary and that she transitions kids as young as 12, and that the place down the street from her in San Francisco transitions kids as young as 6. And according to our research, they actually transition kids as young as 3, I want to say. But yeah, pretty crazy stuff. And then now I'm essentially appealing that decision by the court to keep custody 50-50 from the trial. And I've been super thankful that so many people have helped me, and I've just started speaking out constantly, and all the anti-parent and all the gender ideology being pushed on kids, because it's all insanity and needs to stop. So I'm in the appeal process now. My appeal is filed and accepted, and I have some other court hearings on smaller stuff coming up. And I have a protective order on the mother now, which I'm super thankful for. And there's some big things happening, and I really think the tides are turning. Like, there's a new movie out called The War on Children by Landon and Robbie Starbuck. Incredible movie that I'm actually in. Super thankful to be a part of. And there's the Protect Kids California ballot initiative in California, so you make it so that kids under 18 can't have irreversible surgery or hormones. There's no boys allowed in women's sports or locker rooms, and that no secrets can be kept from parents from school or anywhere, which I think all three of those are really important. And if we can just get enough signatures, they'll actually be on the ballot to vote for every Californian.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. This is insane. Uh, our representatives anyone who does speak out against this seem to be few and far between. Shannon Grove down at Bakersfield is one of the
She's
few
amazing.
ones. She is amazing, but everyone else just sits there, quiet, silent, not doing anything, not standing up against this. And it's because I guess they're afraid. They're afraid of the backlash. They're afraid of being doxxed by the LGBTQ mafia, and that's what they have become. They attack, they disgrade, they dismantle, they destroy. It's like they're doing their father's work just as quickly as possible, for his time is short. It's very, very demonic, and they attack children. That's not an accident. Why aren't they doing these drag queen story hours and little strip shows at retirement communities? They love to have that kind of entertainment, even if you are a dude dressed as a woman. No, it's always to children. Always to children. And nobody ever asks that. Why do they do it to kids? Why? I mean, you just have your little show. Why does it always have to be to children?
Evil.
It is evil, Harrison. And you've been a standalone in all of this. How are you doing financially? I mean, this is not free to have a legal representation and have to be filing these kind of lawsuits and so on. I don't know if you're actually filing a lawsuit, if you're just showing up. What's going on?
Well, I file things in court to win custody of my son or to protect my son from all sorts of different things, whether it's different schools and vaccinations and gender ideology or me getting more custody of him or decision-making ability, etc. So, and sometimes the mom files things against me. So it's a lot of money. It's been quite insane. Thankfully, I have a Give, Send, Go, and I've been very fortunate that people have donated to help me and my son.
I know, and you're a musician, and we'll get to that. We'll definitely talk about that.
Yeah, and I do construction also.
But you do construction. There you go. Blue
yeah,
collar, white collar.
part-time.
You got all the colors.
Yeah.
But you are in one of the most expensive areas to live in the nation.
And I'm forced to live there, by the way.
What's that?
And I'm forced to live there, by the way.
Yeah. And now that you have 50-50 custody, so how's that going when, half the time Sawyer is with you and then the other half of the time Sawyer is with mama saying, no, you're a girl.
Well, she does just say he's non-binary, apparently. I've seen her slip up recently and been calling him a boy, but I'm not sure why she does that. But Sawyer's completely and unequivocally aware that he's a boy, and he's proud of that. He in no way wants to be called a girl or have anything girly associated to him. If you do that in any way, or he even thinks you're doing that, he will literally yell and scream at you, including his mom. I'm a boy, not a girl. Gets very mad because it's so clear to him the difference. He knows every person with 100% accuracy, real or cartoon or anything, if they're a boy or girl. And it's not working, thank God. And I have, like you said, I have him half the time. I spend that time with him. I'm not working because I think he needs my guidance so much. And it's been incredible to be able to make those memories with him and, teach him and guide him. And I love him so much, and being a dad's the best thing ever. So I'm just super thankful that I have him at least half the time for now, and hopefully more in the future.
If he's 4 now, has he started kindergarten?
It's preschool. They're trying to start him in, and he's about to when he's with his mom, with me.
And it's public education. And
I'm not
you probably don't have the wherewithal to pay for a private education for him, or a private school, or even a Christian school. And even if you did, the mom can fight against that. And you can't even put your own child in a private school or a Christian school, can you?
Well, you can if you have the financial ability, and the court doesn't care. So I guess at least for preschool, once we're talking kindergarten and above, it is going to be different. And you're right. But for preschool, apparently, either parent during their custody time can basically put them in whatever preschool they want. We just had a hearing about this. Went to court.
And the mom is just ready to fight you all the way just because she gets a kick out of it, or what's
I can't speak for her, but I'm she could have something against me. I've never did anything in our relationship except treat her with love and respect. So I find that very sad. But or maybe she really believes this stuff. I don't really know. But either way, it's not okay to be with Sawyer, and he knows he's a boy, and no kid deserves that sort of confusion. And yeah, I'm gonna fight it till the death.
Did you ever think 4 years ago when you found out, hey, I have a son, did you ever think that it would turn out to be like this kind of a fight, and fighting against the courts, which seemed to be dead set against you, actually becoming involved in his life? How did that happen?
I definitely didn't foresee this in any way, shape, or form, or think of it as a possibility even. I think that family court generally tends to, side with the mothers. I think that's sometimes unfortunate, and there's lots of great single moms as well, of course. But, there's actually a new judge now, and in my opinion, he seems a lot more fair and reasonable, and I'm super excited for that. And yeah, of course, I couldn't have predicted it, but that's life. Life's unpredictable, and life can be hard, and you just have to fight through it and do your best.
And how are you doing? How are you? How's your mental state? How's your physical state? Are you healthy? Are you happy? Are you blessed? Are you? Do you have a relationship with God? Are you? I don't know where you stand in any of this. I've never even asked.
I'm very healthy, physically and emotionally. I exercise very often, and that helps with everything. And I eat very good or well. And emotionally, I've been able to find a way to overcome some of the anxiety and toughness that comes with all this court stuff. Sometimes it gets to me, of course, I'm human, but I just do my best to live in stoic philosophy, essentially, and not let things that I can't control affect me too much, and focus on the things I can control. And yeah, I'm a Christian. I believe in God, and I've met the most amazing girl in the world, kind of recently, and I'm super, super thankful for that. It's the most incredible thing ever, and that's where my mind's going because I'm so in love with her. So that's really incredible. This is one thing that's really good in my life.
That is fantastic. Congratulations. And I'm glad to hear that
Thank you.
that you do have a relationship with the Lord, because that will sustain you. You ask him to, we have not because we ask not. You ask him for his peace beyond all understanding, and he will provide, and it will be amazing to you, because otherwise we men are supposed to just be stoic and be able to take it again and again and again. You can only get hit so many times and only get knocked down so many times before it starts getting harder and harder to get back up. And that's where the Lord comes in, and God's people, to support and lift you up. So I pray that you have
Absolutely.
that in your life. I pray you have that in your life. How can we help you? What do we do? How do we reach out? Is there anything that you're thinking right now? I sure do need help with this. What would it be?
Well, I think everyone should get their signature for this ballot initiative so we can get on the ballot and protect kids and women, and parents. And for me specifically, follow me on any social media, Harrison Tinsley. I'll come right up. I have a Give, Send, Go for attorney fees, and for me and Sawyer, it's Give, Send, Go /Saving Sawyer. And, if you reach out to me on social media, I try to respond to everyone. I'm so thankful for all these incredible people that have just been so positive and supportive in all of this. It's just been absolutely mind-blowing. I've just met the most amazing people being part of this movement, like you. And it's just overwhelmingly beautiful and wonderful to be a part of the fight to protect children. And anybody who helps me, I'm so thankful, and would love to talk to you. And I'm going to fight for kids no matter what. I think doing the right thing is the most important thing in life.
Beautiful. Anything else you want to share with us before we go?
I think that social media can be very harmful for kids. I think that's playing into a lot of this. So I think if you have kids, you should definitely limit their use, at least on that, if you can. And if not you, who? If not now, when? The time to speak up is right now to all the parents or people just who know this is insane, which is the vast majority of people. I live in the Bay Area. I don't even know anyone who supports literally any of this. They're all against it, too afraid to speak up. But history is going to look back upon you as a coward if you don't speak up now. So would you rather offend someone now, or do you want to get looked back upon in history as a coward who let children be mutilated and abused? The choice is yours. The time now is to be brave. I'm going to do it. Charlie's doing it. It's right now. This is the point in the movie where the good guys beat the bad guys against all odds. Lord of the Rings, Star Wars. It's just like that. You have your own fight right now in real life. Sure, there's no World War II, but you have your own fight of protecting children and common sense. and the Constitution and all these things right now in America. We have the opportunity to fight for something that actually matters. And all of you have that. So speak up, do the right thing.
How do we sign this petition to make sure this does get on the ballot in November?
ProtectKidsCalifornia.com. It'll come
That's
up.
through Jonathan Zackerson, isn't it? ProtectKidsCalifornia.com. Go there, help out Harrison. His last name is
I
spelled.
post about it on social media.
By the way, what's that?
I post about it on social media too all the time. So does Aaron Friday, Nicole Pearson, Freedom Angels, lots of people, Dad Army. You know, we'll post about Protect Kids California constantly.
Fantastic, man. Hang in there, brother. Hang in there.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Talk to you soon. We'll get it. We'll get an update. We'll keep up with what's going on with Harrison, and let you know as things progress, because this is huge. And Save Sawyer on Gibson Go. Look that up. Help out if you can financially, because there you go. You heard the story. He's working construction in the San Francisco Bay Area. Has to continue living there because he has 50-50 custody with a woman who wants to turn their boy into a girl. Thank you for joining us here on Do Not Talk. I am Charlie Simons, and you want to help this ministry stay on the air? We got some coffee mugs, big old 15-ounce coffee mugs. Please get one of these. Get one of our T-shirts that says God, Family, Country on it at do-not-talk.com. And you want to help us financially, help this ministry stay on the air, you'll find all the ways there. do-not-talk.com. And also save up to 80% off on MyPillow products with my middle name as the promo code, Lee, L-E-E. So go to mypillow.com/Lee and then put that promo code in when at checkout, and up to 80% off right now. MyPillow products. Thank you so much. MyPillow.com/Lee. MyPillow.com/Lee. May God bless you and keep you. May God bless America. But most importantly, may America bless God.